I'm reading a book called Einstein's Dreams. It was written by a physicist, and he was speculating on the dreams that Einstein might have had in 1905, the year that he was 26 years old, married with a young son, the year he was working as a patent clerk, the year he wrote 4 papers published in a scientific journal, the Annalen der Physik, 4 papers that changed the way we looked at the world, altered the direction of modern physics, and led to the famous and earth-shaking equation E equals mc squared. Energy equals the mass of anything times the speed of light squared. Nothing like this had ever occurred to anyone. Simplicity itself, it's also a real eye-opener. The implications of it are stunning. This is a real order of magnitude beyond anything thought possible before. If true, in calculating the potential energy, the mass could be small, but when the multiplier is the speed of light squared, then it's obvious that the amount of energy locked into matter is stupendous. Solar power type stupendous. Thoughts like this led to the development of the atomic bomb because this little equation indicated that such a thing was possible. But in 1905, no one, not even Einstein, was thinking about atomic bombs. That would take some time. He did not do any practical research or experiments to back up the papers he wrote. Instead, he conducted thought problems, what-ifs, the kind of thinking you might do while on a long walk, the kind of thinking you might do in a dream. In all the dreams in this admirably short book, Einstein is thinking about time, ways of looking at time. And this is completely appropriate. Einstein did reflect on time, the nature of time, our experience of time. In time, when he was describing what became of his theory of relativity. And if the theory of relativity was true, well then, all sorts of doors began to open in inquisitive minds around the world. I thought I'd add another dream that Einstein might have had in 1905 when he produced such astonishing work, when he had so much on his mind, when he was about to develop ideas that would keep scientists busy for years and would eventually change the world. A clock can tell time, but a clock is not time itself. Even the impressive clock in the tower on Begelstrasse is not time itself. It only marks time, segments it, and announces that the time has come, is the same for all of us. Time itself has been likened to an hourglass, and a canteen, a river, a bridge that is spanning infinity, but none of these is time itself. Those are all analogies, so that the mind can begin to understand time. They are helpful, but they are all masks for time. They must be forgotten if one is to understand time. Time itself is a matrix, if I may use that word, in which we are all suspended. Time itself is underwear. Everyone in Berne knows this. The citizens of Berne take a great pride in their underwear, knowing that it is a reflection of time itself. Time is the underwear of the old one, the one I call the old one, but who is not old or young, who is not in time but outside of time, which is his underwear. We live in the underwear, time. For women, time is bra and panties. For men, time is boxer shorts. Time is therefore clearly different for men and women. Not the velocity of time. That is something different, something I will get to by and by. It is not set. It does vary, the clock in the tower on Begelstrasse to the contrary, but it does not change speed according to gender. Other factors are involved when it comes to velocity. But the texture of time, the feel of it, that is entirely different for each sex. Time is birth, life, and death all in one, a holy trinity, if you will. For me, as for all men, it is nuts nestled in the sack of time. For women, it is the pistil of the flower at rest, awaiting the stamen that will allow it to flower. For both, different as they may be, the one lacy and colorful, the other staunch and plain, although any combination is possible. But the dominant feature of time, common to both sexes, to all living things, is that time is private. There, within the protection of the underwear of time, where all is private, that time is private. It belongs to each and to each alone. Everyone in Berna is fully aware of this. Time is an intensely private experience, for the baker, the banker, the king, even for the lovers who step out of their underwear to pollinate in an attempt to stop time. Even for them, time remains private. You can share your genitals, but no one shares their time with anyone else. Time is always and only private. Each being lives in their own sweet time for as long as that time is allotted to them. When death comes, you step out of the underwear of time. What it amounts to is a loss of privacy.